Hey guys, I have a cooking video for you guys today. Today we're going to be making crockpot sausage and cheese tortellini, and here are the ingredients that you're going to need to start making it. Okay, the first thing you're obviously going to need is a crockpot. The second thing you're going to need is some sausage. Now this is just turkey sausage. It's just 1 pound roll of the Genio turkey sausage. As you guys can see, I have it in a skillet here, and I'm just chopping it up and I'm browning it. The next thing that you're going to need are 2 cans of diced tomatoes. This is the Italian style. Now you're definitely going to want to get diced tomatoes that are seasoned with seasonings, because if not, then you're going to have to add your own seasonings. So I really like to get these Italian style diced tomatoes because they have really good spices in them, like basil and that kind of thing, and it just you don't have to put anything extra in your actual dish other than the diced tomatoes. So you're going to need 2 cans of these, and you get the 14.5 ounce cans. You're going to need an 8 ounce cream cheese, and you're going to need a 32 ounce thing of chicken broth. And last, you're going to need 20 ounces of your favorite tortellini. Now, I say cheese tortellini because I got the 3 cheese tortellini. However, you do not have to buy the cheese tortellini if you do not want to. You can buy any kind of tortellini that you want and make this dish, and it's going to taste as good as the cheese tortellini. Okay, obviously, like I said, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is, number one, go ahead and lay your cream cheese out while you're doing this. That way it could get up to room temperature, and it'll be easier for you to kind of cut it up. But the very first thing you're going to do is lay out your cream cheese and then brown your sausage in a skillet, because you're going to want to make sure that the sausage is completely done before you put this in the crock pot, because this has a very low cook time. It's not going to need like 7 or 8 hours. It's not actually only going to need about 3.5 to 4 hours. So everything in the crock pot is pretty much done already except for the tortellini, so that's basically what you're just waiting on. So once I get my sausage done, I will come back and show you guys the remainder of the steps. Okay, as you guys can see, my sausage is now browned and completely done. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to dump all of my tortellini in the crock pot with my sausage. If I can get it all out of the package here. I'm just going to dump it on top like that. I'm not going to worry about stirring it just yet because I've got to put everything else in there as well. So I'll just leave it like that for now. I'm going to take the diced tomatoes and I'm just going to pour everything in. You don't want to drain these or anything like that because you'll lose the flavor. You just want to pour the whole entire can in, both cans, liquid on and all. Here goes the second can in. Okay, the next step is just to get your chicken broth, and you're going to literally pour the entire box in the crock pot. You want to make sure you pour the whole thing in because you're going to need all of it. And like I said, this was a 32 ounce box of it. And just a little mention too with the sausage, you do not have to buy turkey sausage. That's just what me and my family eat. We don't really eat beef. We don't buy regular sausage. We don't buy regular bacon. It's turkey everything. So I use the Genio turkey, and you could use whatever sausage, or Genio sausage. You could use whatever sausage you want. You could use regular sausage if that's what you and your family prefer. Okay, next is the cream cheese. Now the cream cheese you would definitely want to kind of cut up a little bit in like little whatever. I mean, it doesn't have to look beautiful, but just as long as you do not dump the whole thing in, like the whole cube, without cutting it up, because if you do it like this, then it will make it easier to dissolve as the food cooks. So you definitely want to kind of, you know, take a knife and kind of cut up little chunks and stuff like that. But before I put this in, I'm actually going to take my spoon and stir all of this together really quickly, because once you put in your cream cheese, it's going to make it a bit hard to get all this stuff stirred up and stirred together, because that cream cheese is going to be really thick and it's going to be stopping that spoon from moving around. So I'm just going to stir it up a little bit, and as you guys can see, I'm not putting any other spices in this, and I'm going to pour all my cream cheese in here. Okay, cream cheese is in there, and now I'm just going to give it another little slosh around in here. Now this is really easy. This is all you have to do. You do not have to do any more whatsoever. All you're going to do now is you're going to put the lid on this, and you're going to cook it on low for about 4 hours. But So I have my crock pot on low, and like I said, you're going to cook it on low for about 4 hours. But you want to make sure that you stir it after it's been cooking for an hour and a half. Stir it really, really well, and then after it's cooking for 3 hours, stir it again. Then the last half hour that it is in there to cook, take the lid off of your crock pot and let it finish cooking with the lid off for the remainder 30 minutes. Because what that's going to do is that's going to allow that sauce to thicken up even more. So that's pretty much it, guys. So once this is done, I will come back this evening and let you guys see how it turned out. Hey guys, okay, so it has been 4 hours now since I put this in the crock pot, and the last half hour, like I said, I took the lid off and cooked it without the lid. And as you guys can see, it did thicken up really, really nicely. There is, I mean, it's still like plenty wet and everything, but the sauce really thickened up really nice. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm just going to turn my crock pot on the keep warm setting, and that way it could stay warm until my husband gets home and we can eat. But I just wanted to come on here and show you guys the finished result, and it looks so good. And it tastes good too. I can't wait to eat this tonight. So yeah, I just wanted, like I said, show you guys what it looked like. The finished product. It's definitely one of those recipes that I will continue to make over and over, because it doesn't hardly take anything to make it. It's so easy to make. It only takes 3.5 to 4 hours to make in your crock pot. It's not one of those crock pot recipes that take all day, and it's just really, really like nice and hearty and good, and it makes a whole crock pot, which will have plenty of leftovers. If you want, you know, if your husband or anything wants to take it for lunch the next day, like my husband, I'm sure he will take some for his lunch. You know, I'm home tomorrow afternoon, so I'll be eating some of it for my lunch. It's going to be multiple meals that you can actually use, so it's really, really good. And I just hope that you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. More recipes will be coming up very, very soon, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys to death, and I'll talk to you guys again in my next video. Bye.